All right, now Errol Spence, how's he doing? It's been about 3 weeks since the loss. How's he feeling right now?
He's doing good. He's okay, man. Things happen. Life happens. You know what I'm saying? Like you never really know. Everybody wants to win all the time. Some days not today, and then one is day.
Now, is he going to get the rematch with Terence?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
And you think he'll be victorious in that rematch?
I know he'll be.
You know he'll be.
Different situation, different way, everything. So yeah.
So some people are saying something was off with him that night. Was he sick or anything?
He looked very off to me, but I mean, doesn't take away from what happened to Terence Crawford's victory. But I mean, you know, but that's okay. We're okay.
Right, it's okay. Yeah, because a lot of people were surprised by him getting knocked out. But is he still? You think he's a better boxer than Terence Crawford?
I think my guy's a better fighter altogether. I mean, things just happen. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bad day, bad day.
We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live, Boxingego Unpacked. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Bad day, bad day. What up, Fight World? It's your boy E, and I'm back with some more boxing. That was Derrick James with Inside Fighting, and you heard it. He was being asked about the now infamous Errol Spence loss to Terence Crawford. Masterful stuff by Terence Bud Crawford. Terence Crawford went out there and did exactly what he said he was gonna do. You know, he showed up, he came out with the dope Eminem. There's several different levels. The devil worshiping horses' heads, human sack. You know, he came out with B Rabbit from 8 Mile. You've been working at this plant so long, you're a plant. Look at this guy's boots. They're starting to grow. You can't get with me spitting this wickedly. That was dope. You know, he came out with Marshall, and then the rest is history. He went Slim Shady on Errol Spence. So you heard Derrick James, and he says he looked off to me. Now, I don't know what is going on exactly, but I feel like in an effort to not make excuses, Team Spence is holding something back. You guys could say whatever you want in the comment section, but what I'm hearing is it's like they kind of want to say it, but they, out of respect for Terence Crawford and his performance, and you know, just for their reputation, they don't want to be like, oh, we made a bunch of excuses when it didn't go our way. It sounds like they're holding back and reserving some of their thoughts. He said, yeah, it looked like something was off with me. Now, Derrick James is like, he's a soft-spoken person. He doesn't really project his voice real loud and stuff like that. But if I heard it correctly, and you guys could listen to it again at the beginning of this video, if I heard it correctly, it sounded like he was saying that the rematch will be a different thing, completely different, completely set of different circumstances. And it sounded like, and I could be wrong, but you guys let me know what you think in the comment section. It sounded like he said different weight. So it sounds like Errol Spence truly wants the rematch, despite what any of us as fans think, because I've seen a lot of fans say, oh no, you know, Crawford just beat him 9 times out of 10, but Team Spence, they seem confident. And he says, the reporter said, do you think that Errol is a better boxer? He says, I think I have a better fighter. So I don't know. This is a dangerous proposition, because if Errol's a better fighter, obviously he wasn't able to show it on that given night. He definitely wasn't the better boxer. Terence Crawford picked his spots well, you know, pot-shotted, picked him apart, dropped him 3 times, had the energy to talk ish to another Derrick James fighter in the crowd. And that was pretty remarkable to see. You know, Terence Crawford shut me up, shut a lot of people up with that type of performance. Now, the thing is, it was almost too perfect for Terence Crawford. So this is just how I think. You guys can be wrong. I'm not saying Errol Spence absolutely wins the rematch. I don't even know if he'll take the rematch, because his team, they might say, like, you know what, after such a heinous outing and, you know, how badly that particular fight went for you, you know, looking at the punishment and being dropped, and I'm sure there's some embarrassment and different things that come with that. Looking at all things considered, maybe he doesn't take it. but not even just on, hey, you took punishment, let's not take the fight. If I'm not mistaken, the winner of this fight had the ability to pick the weight class, So I know Errol Spence, he kept saying post-fight, yeah, let's run it back, let's do it again. He said it on the All Access to his son. You want to see that again? You want to do that again, gang? And he said post-fight when he was interviewed, congrats to the champion, Terence Crawford. He won. I'm not here to make any excuses. And he also said that he would like to run it back and hopefully it's at 154. But based on and given the performance from Terence Crawford, which again was sensational, he got off on him, he won fair and square, whatever. He has the clearance to choose 147 or 154 for the weight class. So it might be a thing if Crawford, I don't know, because I made several videos before the fight. Crawford's face, he looked sucked up too. He looked pretty drawn at 147 as well. So I think packing on that extra size for Crawford and stuff, he looked like it was a weight struggle for him to make the weight. And I still don't change me saying that. My prediction was wrong. Yes, I picked Errol Spence. I was wrong for that. But I still believe a lot of what I was saying prior to that, like Terence Crawford looked like the weight cut was kicking his butt, and maybe 154 is a better weight class for him to do the rematch also. I don't know. Obviously Crawford's the man of the hour. He won, had a big parade in Omaha. So I don't know how that's going to play out, but the ball is definitely in his court. But you've seen Errol Spence's team. They sound like they're not over it and they feel they could do better. And this just could be how I think. And it's not saying that Errol Spence absolutely wins in the rematch, but it was a blunderous type of performance where it seemed like nothing really appeared to go Errol Spence's way. So I really don't see how it can get much worse than getting dropped 3 times, losing pretty much every moment after the first round, getting hit. And then, Charlo said behind the head and your equilibrium is knocked off and you never really were able to come on. He showed a lot of grit and a lot of heart, but he was never able to thwart and, deter Terence Crawford, who just kind of seemed like he had his number after that first knockdown. And sometimes that's what these big fights are about. You do all this stuff and get to that specific moment. And then at that specific moment, the person who makes the first mistake, it might be over for you. I think we kind of seen that with Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia as well. Ryan Garcia did, I don't even remember the first round, to be honest, but I don't think he did too bad in round 1. Tank definitely won it. But round 2, he gets dropped after he was doing very good in round 2 by getting more aggressive, but he got so aggressive that it was borderline reckless. And then Tank sat him down with a beautiful counter shot, just yap, and then it was over. So I don't think Ryan Garcia really had much momentum. There was a couple rounds where he fought kind of timid after knowing that Tank has the power to hurt you, has the power to sit you down. And I think Ryan Garcia showed that. And then there was maybe a little bit of signs of life, but a couple rounds after that, the fight was over and the body shot sat Ryan Garcia down. This fight played out kind of the same way, where it was dictated by one person, and there was a second round knockdown in both Gervonta fight with Ryan and also the Spence Crawford fight. So I truly think that Errol Spence, obviously it could get worse if he fights again and gets stopped earlier as opposed to that fight. So, being facetious, yeah, it could get worse, but I don't think, what I know about Errol Spence's character, I don't know that he wins in the rematch, but I think he's going to try to put together the pieces and make a better effort. And I mean, that's just what I would expect from any fighter, for real. Like Anthony Joshua, okay, things didn't go his way in New York versus Andy Ruiz Jr., and he seemed like he came back a bit more correct. And in the rematch with Ruiz, even though he looked different, it looked like a different version of Joshua. He was just working behind the jab. couple combinations here and there. Then he was just back to boxing. And really, since the Ruiz loss, I feel like Joshua's been more hesitant, more apprehensive, and more timid in terms of his approach and his style. It's like that Ruiz loss forever changed him. Now, Errol Spence is going to have to certainly make some adjustments if he is going to try to beat Terence Crawford. But I can't speak for Derrick James, but it seems like Derrick James knows of something that went wrong. And I'm sure there's probably offline conversations that have taken place about why Errol Spence performed like that. But to me, he looked completely flat. And it's not a knock on, I think like some of the Bud buddies, they keep getting mad like, oh, you're making excuses. I'm just telling you what I seen. Congratulations, Terence Crawford. You did your thing. You won. But I'm not going to let my eyes deceive me. The Errol that showed up, I don't know that he beats your Dennis Ugas with whatever was going on, whatever caused him to look like that. Well, you know, I don't think he would beat Ugas and Danny Garcia, even the Sean Porter fight. It doesn't look like the same guy for whatever reason, you know, and it is what it is. So the rematch is definitely going to be difficult, especially the sooner it is, because you're putting yourself in a do or die position where you have very little time to correct mistakes. Crawford was like on some you reach, I teach type of stuff. He was surgical. He definitely was the faster fighter. His athleticism showed up. His hand speed was there. He was able to lock in, and, you know, he was rapping, hey, Mr. Carter, Lil Wayne, I am him, around the world and I'm back again. Who's been asking about me? In case you're wondering, right? So he's able to lock in and silence the maddening crowd, deal with the angst because this was his rival, and just different types of things like that. Now he's going to feel like he has Errol Spence's number. So very, very dangerous fight for Errol Spence to do an immediate rematch. I don't know what happens. I will definitely keep you guys locked. I wanted to give you guys this unpack where I break down my truest thoughts reacting to Derrick James, trainer of Errol Spence Jr. And he's just saying, hey, it's a bad night. Definitely something looked wrong. It sounds like something on the tip of his tongue, pause, but Team Spence is not willing to say what that is. So we'll just have to continue speculating unless something else were to come out. But congrats to Terence Crawford. Let me know what you guys think. I think Errol Spence should definitely, because the rematch is dangerous no matter what. But if the rematch can't happen at 47, if it has to happen at 47, I think he should just move on, because I definitely think weight played a part in how flat Errol Spence looked. And that's not taking anything away from Terence Crawford. I feel the same thing with Josh Taylor. You know, it's a whole different fight. The way he looked versus Teofimo, you could say whatever you want, but he just looked like a different fighter. I mean, that don't look like the Josh Taylor, and that's not a knock on what Teofimo was doing well. That fight's kind of similar. Errol was bigger, Josh Taylor was bigger. Josh Taylor has power, Errol has power. But then one of the big key differences is you have more of a brute force person, boxer, puncher, versus someone who's insanely athletic. T.O. is very athletic, doing backflips, and he was definitely the faster of the two. And the same thing with Crawford. So it could just be a stylistic issue. But I still believe, even if it is a stylistic issue, I don't think it had to look exactly like that. I think Errol Spence, had something going on, what his team refuses to say. That's my truest thoughts. Subscribe to the channel for more Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, and Canelo versus Charlo. Anything that's going on in boxing, when it comes to boxing news, I'm the best in the business. We Unpacked. A lot of people ask me what I use to create content. Things like YouTube thumbnails that generate thousands of views. For the first time ever, the cat is out of the bag. I use Canva Pro. But Canva Pro is so much more than a YouTube thumbnail maker. Use Canva Pro to curate content for YouTube, TikTok, Instagram Reels, Instagram Stories, and a whole lot more. Flyers, flowcharts, you name it. with Canva Pro. Click the affiliate link in the description to get Canva Pro. Many features, elements available to you. Take your brand to the next level. Invest in yourself. It takes money to make money. So sign up for Canva Pro today. Happy creations. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxingego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new, interactive, and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.